Moving crews wheel vaccine refrigerators down a clinic ramp. Incubators roll past on dollies. A small girl stands in the doorway, 7 years old, clicks her inhaler twice, click hiss, watching medical equipment disappear into trucks. A closed by order, vacate in 72 hours notice flaps against the glass door. The CEO steps out of a black SUV, mid-40s, tailored suit, phone pressed to his ear. He built his fortune consolidating healthcare companies. 3 pediatric clinics just merged into a luxury telehealth subscription model. This building is scheduled for demolition in 3 days. The legal director is waiting by the loading dock exit, 8 months pregnant, holding a termination letter in one hand, a folder in the other. The CEO moves toward the truck. She steps between him and the vehicle, drops a document on the hood. Restraining order. Judge's signature still wet. The movers freeze. His security team stops mid-reach. "Equipment stays," she says. "Building stays." He glances at the order. "You were terminated yesterday." "For being pregnant." She opens the folder. Termination letter dated the same day she submitted maternity leave paperwork. "I'm the legal director. I know what retaliation looks like." 1,200 kids use this clinic. Only free pediatric facility in the district. Immunizations, asthma management, checkups. 72 hours until the building is demolished. She was fired the day after she disclosed her pregnancy. She's fighting both. His attorney arrives, scans the restraining order. Pregnancy discrimination basis. Judge granted emergency injunction pending full hearing. The CEO's jaw tightens. "This delays the project by 90 days minimum," the director says. "Unless you'd like to explain to a federal court why you marked me redundant 2 hours after I disclosed." MR1 revealed. The termination wasn't subtle. MR2 revealed. The restraining order explicitly cites pregnancy discrimination, giving her legal standing to freeze everything. The equipment removal halts, but the building demolition permit is already approved. Workers start removing the exterior sign, Hillside Children's Wellness Clinic. 23 years serving this neighborhood. His attorney steps closer. "If she pursues contempt charges for moving forward." "She will," the director interrupts. She produces a printout. Email chain from HR, time-stamped 2 hours after her pregnancy disclosure. Subject line, redundancy assessment. The CFO's message is highlighted. Maternity leave liability unacceptable given merger timeline. Recommend immediate termination. Pregnancy creates coverage gap we can't accommodate. The word pregnancy appears 3 times. MR3 revealed. The discrimination was documented in writing. The CEO reads it. His face doesn't change, but his hand tightens on the paper. A building inspector pulls up, hard hat, clipboard. "Demolition permit inspection. You're cleared for Friday morning, 6 a.m. 48 hours. MR4 revealed. Even if equipment stays, the building is coming down. Parents start arriving with children, refill appointments, a mother with twins who need vaccinations, an older man carrying a toddler with a fever. Security turns them away at the door. "Clinic's closed," a guard says. "Nearest facility is 11 miles. The mother with twins doesn't have a car. The director stands near the entrance, visibly exhausted, hand resting on her stomach. She watches the families leave. The CEO watches her. The small girl with the inhaler walks toward him, clicks it once, click, hiss, then looks up. "My mom says you used to help people before you got rich." 12 words. Quiet. Not accusing, just true. She walks back to her mother. MR5 revealed. The child's statement cuts through justifications. Courthouse, 2 hours later. The director's legal team enters with a filing cart, merger documents, contracts. The CEO's attorney stands when he sees the volume. "What is this?" "Due diligence," the director says. She opens the merger contract to page 67, highlighted clause. Acquirer commits to maintaining community health access points for minimum 5 years post-acquisition. Twist revealed. The merger deal requires keeping the clinic open. She plays an audio file on her phone, board meeting recording from 3 weeks ago. The CEO's voice is clear. "Terminate the pregnant one first. Sets a precedent. We're not running a daycare for employees who can't commit to transition timelines." MR6 revealed. He explicitly ordered pregnancy-based termination on record. The attorney's face goes white. The CEO's phone rings. Board chair. He steps into the hallway. "The discrimination recording is going public," the chair says. "Our legal team confirms you violated merger terms by closing the clinic. If this becomes a federal case, we're replacing you." MR7 revealed. The board will remove him to protect the company. Outside the courthouse, media vans arrive. Healthcare CEO, pregnancy discrimination, is trending. The merger partner's legal team emails confirmation. Community health clause violation voids the $340 million deal. His board schedules an emergency vote. The CEO returns to the clinic at dusk. The director is still there, sitting on the front steps, answering questions from a mother whose daughter needs an EpiPen refill. She's pale, exhausted. Her hand keeps moving to her stomach. She sees him, doesn't stand. "You could have walked away," he says quietly. "So could you." She meets his eyes. "You built your first clinic in a neighborhood like this one." He was 19, immigrant kid, borrowed equipment. He remembers. The next morning, cameras line the clinic entrance. The board is here, the director, families with children. The CEO faces the cameras. Hillside Children's Wellness Clinic will remain open, fully funded for 5 years, with expansion of pediatric services, including a new asthma treatment program. I'm reinstating the legal director with full back pay, protected maternity leave, and a formal apology for unlawful termination. A reporter shouts, "What about the merger?" "The deal is void. The board has voted to reduce my stake to minority position. I've agreed to a public settlement in the pregnancy discrimination case." Public cost paid. Merger collapsed. Power reduced. Discrimination admission on record. He writes a check on camera. $2 million. Pediatric Equipment Fund. MR8 revealed. His public statement makes the discrimination settlement permanent record. Career and reputation cost locked in. Later that afternoon, the small girl and her mother enter the clinic for her scheduled asthma checkup. The director is at the front desk reviewing patient files. She glances up, exchanges a brief nod with the CEO standing near the entrance. Respect, not romance. Just two people who stopped a harm. He leaves. Inside the exam room, the girl clicks her inhaler. Click, hiss, and breathes easier. The clinic is open.